Hi, babes. Good morning. Okay, because it's starting to feel a little bit more summery and I just sometimes don't feel like I've always been a cream person on my face. And my girlfriend told me that she's absolutely obsessed with her mineral powder. And I thought, you know what, let's try and do a full face of it and see what we think. So I'm going to call this my 6 products in less than 10 minutes. So I think that's pretty darn good. 2 of those products are to start off and to set. So primer for me always counts. So let's just get a pump of that. This is my Arbonne Primer. I've already washed and put all my face serums on and was prepped. It's been a long time since I did a makeup thing for you guys. I'm always on here talking about my guts. Okay, so areas of your face that move a lot, areas that have larger pores, you're going to want to do a nice round circular motion to get the primer in there. And I always pull it down my neck. Okay, so as you guys know, acne scars and things that I don't like. So I go in like this. This is a problem area for me. That's where my sun damage is. Okay, I have a couple acne scars here, a little bit on my nose, and then around my mouth. Okay, so I just take my 2 fingers and then up into here. Okay, because it's that high cheekbone. My nose is strangely red, kind of near the end. Okay, so, and then up into here. You could probably use a sponge, but I stopped using them because I feel like my good friend of mine that's a makeup artist, a little bit under here to get rid of the darkness, told me that they're full of bacteria and I need to be washing them all the time. I was like, yeah, I do. No. Okay, so don't forget, my skin, like my face, is going to be way pastier than everything else because I do not use sunless tanner on my face right now because it just highlights my scars and my discoloration and makes it worse. So once we get my first laser appointments next week, so once we get to that point, hopefully it'll break some of it up and I can, let me just, a little bit more right here. This is a nasty kind of deep-seated scar. This was a really big one right here too. Okay, so that's first step. I'm using my Arbonne brushes. Second step is using the Got You Covered mineral powder. I have it in the color Nude. So last time I talked to you guys about this mineral powder, I had it in a lot lighter of a color. That's when I was using it just basically to set and highlight. I got a darker color because it was a little bit too white. So I'm just gonna go all over with this. Now you just patting and then I use the lid to tap. So I'm just gonna go all over and get a blend going, try and give my face a nice base. So it's basically like, I'm using a patting technique. Like I said, you guys know I'm not a makeup artist, but this seems to work for me. Okay, so we're just gonna go. So forehead is like, it's got sun damage, but it's nothing too serious, so I usually don't hit that with concealer. It's, you know, as good as it's gonna get. So pull down onto my neck a little bit. I do look a little bit white, like pasty. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Always set it onto my eyelid underneath. Okay, so I think that that's a pretty good even tone. And I'm surprised by the coverage already, right? Okay, so get rid of that one. And now this is what I consider cheating, okay? Because I said I am not doing contour. I'm only using a couple products. So this is the Starlight Glow Palette, and this is like the key to success. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna bronze, but I always like to do like these sort of small swipes. I start by warming up my neck. Warm up my, oh, that one. and anywhere where might be exposed today. Okay, and then I start by going in and I'm gonna sort of cheat with the contour. Okay, it's gonna be bronzer contour. So I go cheekbone, and then I'm gonna pull a little bit down. I'm putting that on my lap, not a good idea. And then I still warm up my hairline and into my forehead, because I still like to tie that in. Okay. Can you see any of that? I think I need to warm up a tiny bit more down here, but not enough to take away from my contour. I actually might add a tiny bit more. Like I said, with these bronzers, they're super pigmented, so just start little, add more if you need it. And then I'm gonna do a little bit on my eye. Okay, so that, I'm switching brushes. And at the advice of my sister, living people wear blush, okay? So I'm using the wonderful blush up here in the corner. Start in the apples, pull out and up. A dabber, I don't know if you're supposed to be dragging it, but okay, I like that. And then with the same brush again, you guys know how lazy I am. This is a tiny bit of the Stardust highlighter, and I'm just gonna pull that through my eyes, and I pull that on my nose. I like to do my Cupid's bow and a little bit on my chin. That's literally it. We'll throw on some mascara. Look at what we're doing. 6:59, and all I do is talk. Okay, so, and then we'll throw some mascara on, and then we'll set it, and we'll see where we're at. But I mean, that's pretty darn good. It's the Got You Covered mineral powder is providing the blending and the coverage that I want, but it certainly, like, I see why people like powder. It definitely has a lighter feeling than when you blend cream in. Now, I'm sure that there is like way better ways to do this, and way better ways to maybe look more flawless or whatever, but this sort of like morning glow up, summer style, nice and light, it works for me. If I want to just kind of get quick out the door, and I'm not like, I'm usually in the mood to do my makeup because it does make me feel good, but like to really contour and blend and to do the whole thing. But sometimes I'd rather spend my morning lazing about and get my makeup done in 6 minutes. Okay, 8 minutes. So just do a little bit more. I like to layer up a little bit. Oh, get it all over my eye. Okay, now, if you don't clean up your mascara with a toothpick you licked, I don't know what planet you live on, because that's how I do it. Okay, because it's just a few little dots like that. A little bit more of a blend. Literally, oh, I haven't done lipstick. Okay, well, lipstick's optional. I'm gonna set it. Let it set. Okay, so that is my 9-minute glow up with 6 products. We have a primer, we have a setter. I use the Got You Covered mineral powder and the Starlight Glow Palette, and mascara. That's literally it. I've got some nice coverage. I've got a little bit of contour to my face, and it feels light and airy and summery. I love it. We did it. We didn't even get cut off. Awesome. I'll put the products below if you guys are interested. As always, mwah, love you, and thank you for joining me on The Shelf Life.